Hi everyone, this is Stephen KC Railpan here, and today we're going to be doing a product review and also assembly of the new ScaleTrains Kit Classic Gondola. So basically the type of gondola right here is the CB&Q 2566 CF Gondola. So one example I have is the Chicago Burlington Quincy, right here, and I also have two others which are right here. I got two Norfolk and Westerns. So even though the assembly may seem weird because it's like upside down, but this is how it came when I first bought it at the train store. So first off, I'm going to show you how the unboxing of it. So you just basically slide it off. That simple. And inside is basically all the parts you need to assemble. So I'm going to stop the video here, and then I'll show you how to assemble the gondola. Alright, so now that I have everything out of the box, so what you have here is the chassis itself. Then here's the frame, so you can add the weight you can use. And the underframe. And some detail parts, and as well as the couplers. And the trucks, where you just attach, and also to the couplers as well. And you also might need a couple of screwdrivers and some tweezers to begin this. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first off, I'm going to have the weight goes on first. So we're just going to put that on here. If I can get that to cooperate. Yep, see, it's on. And now we're going to open the details bag. Quick. You have this little thing here. You might want to be very fragile with this because this thing is pretty fragile, so be very gentle. So I'm just going to use a tweezer. And then you'll find you can see there are some holes in the gun right here. You just attach them there, and they should be perfect. So I'm going to try my best to get that in without damaging this. And just be and once you put them in, get them into the holes, just make sure you be very gentle and get them completely through. Got that in. Try really hard. And now it's in. So now there's more detail parts. You have this little piece right here. This is the brake wheel. So it's just basically simple. You just place it right here. So it's that simple. I'll try and get it on. And there it is. That's simple. And a couple more detail parts, like some of these small parts. You can just let they go on the frame. Yep, there goes that. And it's just not wanting to cooperate. Give me a minute. And there you go. All the detail parts are on. So now what you gotta do is then you just put the underframe to the gondola. Alright, now we got the underframe on. Now we got, the next thing we do is, let's get the trucks on. We'll probably have to put the couplers on first before we do this procedure. So here are the couplers, you can see here. And it also comes with these springs, so be sure you put the springs on first. So we'll have to put the springs on. And now I have the springs are now on. So now we put on the couplers. So put the couplers on, and then you get the covers right here. And now take your screwdriver and screw it in like this. Might need to use the bigger one. There, we got that in. Now we have to put another one in. And then there's also some other holes you can see here too that you got to screw in as well. So be sure you find those screws and screw them in. Just so that way you can secure the gondola without it falling apart. Alright, now that I have all the screws in, oops, sorry, this thing just doesn't want to stay on. So, yeah, I'll get that on later. So now that I got the screws on, so the next thing to do is put the trucks on, and then the car is fully assembled. You just put it on like this. I'm just trying to get this thing to cooperate. Just not wanting to. I'll just try this one instead. My small one. Okay, so that's one on, and now we're gonna get the other. Oops. Alright, hang on a second. And there you go. There it is. I got the car fully assembled, so there it is. It turns out pretty good, so now I'm going to begin the review of the gondola. Alright, so starting off with the review, you can see that the freight car does not have any like details like the MU hoses and such. It comes with the ScaleTrains coupler, which I think I love their new coupler. You can see. It's like a brownish color, and then some of the details are molded. The sticks are molded, and the trucks are really nicely done too. The bearing caps don't rotate, as you can see. And paint job is nicely done, even for this freight car. You can see. I'll show you a close-up view of the trucks. There it is. And then there's the brake wheel that I separately put on. Very nice. Yeah, whenever I just like with the car, it looks a bit heavy because of the weight I just put on. Because you basically need to put the weight on so that way to prevent like derailment and such. And here's the interior. You can see it's got like, it looks very nice. Here, let's try and zoom in a little bit so you can see all that. Ooh, wow. That looks really good. So, be perfect for any loads you choose. Now I'll show you the other side. And, as always, same as always. Very nice. And I can show you, zoom up a little bit so you can see some of the decals. He says new from 1967. I'll show you that. Very nice. And then I'll show you the underbody I completed. You can see the parts are installed. Very nice. So, and it rolls pretty nicely too. So yeah. So basically that's going to be the quick review of the ScaleTrains, the CB&Q 2566 Gondola, which is, I actually think this is actually a pretty interesting car because I'm not sure if I've ever seen one of these in person before, or the fact that if BNSF still has any of them still in the Chicago, Burlington, Quincy paint scheme. But I thought this is a really nice car to have into my layout, and really glad I was able to do another assembly on ScaleTrain Kit Classic freight cars. So yeah, this is actually not really that hard to assemble, and I'm really glad with how it turned out. So yeah, so I'll leave you guys with a run by of this in action, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.